happens.
I guess we don't want to be left out. We're going to see Kalahari right now, and you did point out a good statement in there in terms of passive. So let's see if hopefully that Orion, Sohan will be able to use that Miguel, because definitely that would be the combination that's needed. Miguel's Crazy Slayer gives you a gain of 200 EP that would help you with that Crimson Rush refresh. So let's see on how that works so far. Full rotation, ring around those Rosie by the teams right now, and no clear view on a shot, but great placement on that smoke vortex by the teams of Reckoning Esports.
Playing at the edges, similar to what even Iqoo Total Gaming are doing, but Delete should be the first one to spot them and then give a call of where the players are. You should have heard sound, so Sohan right now has the one who's gotten more closer than his teammates. Water seems like he's going to be backing off. Sohan on the other end trying to find and see if he could spot a player. But Total Gaming are just playing on level ground.
Yeah, level ground right now, not even taking that elevation. And, well, it is a good way to go for a full rotation without being spotted. But I don't think that would work that easily. Quick trade right now, but a 1v2 being not equalized by Total Gaming to pick up on Shoto quickly as that. Wada, though, did manage to get onto the airdrop, but drop that sight onto the blue. No one will be able to use it, but here comes Zohan, goes for the shotgun, switch to the Crimson Crush, and almost takes the opponent down, but he did manage to pull it off and still survive that fight.
What a game coming in. Sohan, yes, he tried his best with the Crimson, but it was not enough. The players, the numbers coming in for Iqoo Total Gaming. The way this was turned around, and look at this Sohan again with a shotty, finds the knock, but the numbers, they were a little too much for him to play. Water was also found above, and I think Iqoo Total Gaming, just with those numbers, played it really smart. But you have to give it to Mafia. The way he played that bait, and Sohan was just stuck there. He was nowhere to do anything. Even he used the Crimson, but in vain.
And that's one thing. I mean, if you have the numbers, you can play that late bait and switch, and there's little to no risk. A knockdown might ensue, but as long as you can go for the pickup, especially if it's only one player, so it doesn't matter. The recovery will be done after the round. But let's see, though. 2v4 situation. As quickly as that, there goes the Cryo Mind. And Wada, G36, let's see if he's going to fly like a G6 at this point if he make that knock.
Founds the first, that's Water down. That was crucial. Sohan trying to protect him, could not do it. Now with the Crimson trying to tank that damage and wanted to take down Ayush, but Ayush is going to be better. And it seems like this is also falling from the hands of Reckoning Esports. Ninja, the last one spotted, gets Delete down, but it's still number disadvantage for Reckoning.
Let's see. No heal, no time. Let's see if he can make it through. There goes the backstab. Shoto! Not quite sure what's happening there. I guess it is a cover that Ninja managed to use to the best advantage, even if Shoto has a clear view on him, but 3 players going against him. He needs to use the 2 medkits that he has, but the blues closing in. Ninja might be able to take down Shoto, but the moment that he steps out, Ayush will be in there. There goes the backstab, and there goes Shoto, finishing him off.
For a second, Ninja was actually a ninja over there. Even though people could spot him, cannot take him down. It seemed like a cloak that was wearing for a second. But it was not enough time. There was the zone closing in. A little bit of that truck helped him out. And Ninja tried his best. And eventually, Shota closed the gap. Got that victory for the team. And that's 2-0. And now at Santa Catarina, Iqoo Total Gaming have already started with their splurry in terms of eliminations, as well as gotten 2 on the board. Reckoning it should be finally for time for them to answer. Saw VSK as well on their hands. Let's see if that works out along with the Max 7 that Sohan has. Sohan is trying to close the gap, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it on this round. So far, they do have the combination of Super Bonfire as well as that Smoke Vortex, but it is from above. And they don't have that much opening unless they spot out Mafia on the other side. But speaking of Mafia, he had a clear view. Wada, on the other hand, gets a headshot and also a takedown. Ronith with a God Nade. And there goes 1 man down away from Iqoo Total Gaming.
And what I would say over there, A124 were used and therefore the skill could not be activated. Smart move from Ayush, but they did lose a player. So it's back to a 3v3 situation. Ayush is trying to buy as much time as he can. All the three players stuck. Information has been relayed to his teammates, and that's the reason they have a higher ground positioning. Nice nade, should find an opening, but Sohan retaliates.
Aurora Vision being used right now. That's deadly. Delete might be able to go for the delete right here. But Reckoning Esports, Zohan has been taken down, but the trade-off has been done. Water right now, quick pick up. Good on the Diva. Half a second, but he goes down as well. 2v2 situation makes it 2v1. We're Mafia, the only one remaining.
And the other player's been brought back, so it's going to be a 1v3 for him. He's trying his best using the Santino at a crucial moment like this, and he's stuck outside the zone. How can he get back? 3 players ready, but they've not found the elimination because a player is floor above, and instantly they understand it. And look at Vota going in that direction, making sure Mafia has no chance, but not spotted him. Wait, what? Mafia crawling across, but it's still a 1v3 here, Neptune.
Yeah, 1v3, but looking at where Mafia is, he might be able to take advantage. It might not go that far. There's still a space for him. Water! For that valiant dash, not even breaking down the glue wall, but he just needs to reposition and makes that shot. Reckoning Esports right now want to come back 2-1.
That was very smart coming in from Reckoning to play inside this broken shape. If they did not, they knew what Mafia could do, because we already saw as soon as the barriers dropped, instantly we saw damage coming through, and Reckoning instantly jumped inside the ship, making sure they don't continue that damage forefront. Used a couple of glue walls also to block it. So smart play coming from the side of Reckoning to even get back to a score of 1. They've put their first on the board now. Total Gaming, they need to make sure that this does not continue, because if they do, it's going to be an equalizer.
Oh, let's see. I think Renid is in a good position right now to prevent that equalizer. As grenades being thrown, but Mafia spotted. Still, the couple of players from Reckoning Esports has been tagged as well as trapped in the middle. Trying to recover right now. Little to no chance of going for the push, but they just have to buy time because there's only 10 seconds remaining on that A124 Thrill of Battle, and they can use their skills. So that's the best use, of timing when you get hit by that A124.
And on the other end, Mafia has not been able to find any openings. And that's the reason even Total Gaming are trying to buy time. Nice nade, pushes Shota out and does the damage. And look at Sohan instantly pushing towards Ayush with his Crimson, but it's not going to be enough. He's also going to be taken down. That's a reversal coming in from Total Gaming.
A little too aggressive from Zohan, but the lead right now for the flank, still using the cover. Trying to do 2 things at a time, but Mafia switch it up with a Shade Splitter, but it's a little bit too late. He will be taken down by Vota, as well as the lead for the point. Now, this is getting interesting. It's tied 2 for 2 right now. It's just not only with the weapons, but also the best use of timing in terms of active skills.
You have to give it to that nade coming in from Ronit as well. And Mafia, I think, waited a little too long on the roof to try and see if somebody is going to move out and he could be able to spot, but it did not work out, and eventually that ended up becoming an equalizer. Refinery it is, where these 2 squads now fight. Let's see if they're going to be also fighting for the airdrop, which is going to be coming in between. Ninja this time playing from afar, whereas Mafia trying to use that sniper approach still, but not as far as previously, playing with the team together.
That's one thing. I mean, once you are in this area of Refinery, you will need to stick together. No flank unless you go all flank, because there's plenty of openings on the side, but Ninja managed to go for a hit, especially with VSK, and not even a Yushin Shoto can fight back. Mafia, the only guy remaining, but unfortunately has been brought down. 3 rounds, back to back, being taken by Reckoning Esports. I guess they just pulled Total Gaming for a bluff in the first 2.
Yeah, it seems like that. I agree. It seems like the pistol round and the instant, a little bit of a buff round where they had a G36 was them like, hey, it's nothing. I mean, it's okay. But now they've pulled out the rabbit out of the hat. They're the magicians. They're the one triggering around Total Gaming, and Total Gaming better be ready. Better weaponry is upgraded as well to Mark 3, as we can see. Could be a cause of concern. Throwing off a nade, a nice one. Both Water and Sohan instantly are in deep troubles, but delete. He's been traded off as a knock, but Shota, look at his aggression still going on.
Run, Water, run. And he heals up, but Dreki exposes him. And there goes the takedown onto Sohan. A little bit too aggressive to my liking. The lead would be traded as you call it now. It's a 2v3 situation. Ninja, not that stealthy. And there goes Mafia for the hit on Wada. Only Ronith remaining against two. He did manage to take down Mafia, but if these two players get close, they will be raining fire on him. And there you have it. A comeback to equalize would be Iqoo Total Gaming.
And Iqoo Total Gaming even playing smart over there. In the clash court, they know they can have an advantage with the team booster, making sure the player comes back up. They use that as well, making sure numbers doesn't fall or equalize. Smart move. But Ronit tried his best. Even you have to give it to Reckoning. They tried to push forward as aggressive as possible. But that opening nade on Vota and Sohan caused all the troubles to lose there. Nonetheless, it's just an equalizer here, Neptune. They still have a lot more chances. It's about 6 that they have to look forward to. But as we discussed, it seems like we might end up go towards round 11 as well. That's how competitive both these two Indian teams are.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hopefully Reckoning Esports doesn't go a little bit too aggressive because Sohan, Wada already in the front lines already. They might be able to spot out the lead, but as you can see, Mafia already on the flank. There goes that airdrop. Cyber airdrop would be opened up, but no capture just yet. Nades onto them, and Ninja will be tagged up. The lead, though, attempts to go for a peek, but the glue wall stops him, and Mafia on their side still on Overwatch.
Holding it off. Let's see if it's going to work. Nero plushie completely missed off. And that chance gets used by Shoto to push up. And then I think it was actually at Shoto, and Shoto made an immediate run towards it. And with him is going to be Ayush. Now Vota trying to cover ground, making sure he provides cover. But the time turner works. Crimson Crush, can it find any value? Seems like maybe not. Shoto again finds another. The flash freeze gets a player knocked. That is own self-inflicting damage coming in from Reckoning, and Reckoning down to the last player, Sohan.
Oh, Sohan right now. Great pick up, but not a good timing. Especially with Drogon! But a reversal. Sohan still pick up. And there you have it. A combination of quick movement as well as patience that made them win that fight. And that was surprising.
Yeah. You will take a look at this replay. It should have been theirs. That quick pickup, and instantly Ayush gets taken down. Ninja again going in to patch himself up. Revives his teammate, and they both turn around. And that was very smart. Total Gaming giving that space away. Made this round again go for a lead for Reckoning Esports.
All right, let's see. Let's see. I mean, this is getting interesting. Reckoning Esports right now, despite of having one loss, as well as their resources lost, they still managed to have a little bit of investment on them. Now, real players right here, putting up that super bonfire. Sohan tagged and taken down with that Mag 7 Cryo Mine. Instantly spots one, and the pickup is being done onto Sohan. Wada is not really worried of anyone gunning them down. And they will have the advantage right here, especially on high ground.
Oh, Shota was isolated. That was a good opening that they found, but even Ota is down. Ayush gets taken down. Crimson being used to try and isolate Delete. Delete gets exchanged. Now Mafia again waiting for his teammates to bring this fight in the open. He's kept out. And what could Mafia do? Because numbers back in favor for Reckoning.
Yeah, numbers is in favoring them, and there's still plenty of time before the zone closes in. So position-wise, he has been spotted already. I thought that was a takedown, but Sohan. Let's see, Winchester in hand, and it is Ninja for the flank. Sohan was just a distraction that they need.
Smart play coming in from Reckoning, and they're making sure they blockade players from Total Gaming in various directions. We saw Shoto was ready to push up and ahead, but he instantly blocked with the glue wall and knocked. And then we ended up seeing Ayush trying to make a push. He was also knocked. And Delete, who tried to came in as a savior, he was also knocked. And by the time Mafia could even say anything, their round was gone, swept off, and he ended up making the bait for the team. And right as now, Iqoo Total Gaming, they are 2 rounds down from Reckoning, and Reckoning are already at match point. While this was the difference, 2 rounds picked up from Total Gaming at the very start. Now they're lacking towards the end.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm loving the hero entrance with the music. And also loving the map right now. In Mammoth, great potential for both sides. The lead taken down by Ronith. And Ninja right now make that shot onto Mafia. So pickup might be done. But no! Beats exposed! goes, and Iqoo Total Gaming instantly being annihilated, not even moving that far.